Hi viewers, it's another beautiful day and my name is Aisha Owa-Edeko. This is the Breakfast Show on TSL Nigeria TV.
Of October 2020, a video surfaced online where we saw a retired chief superintendent of the Nigeria Police Force and a former commander of the dissolved Special Anti-Robbery Squad SAS say it is difficult for a Nigerian between the ages of 20 to 30 to own a car worth 7 million naira. Now, he went further to say that seeing a Nigerian of that age driving that particular type of car sparks criminal suspicion. Now, the conversation that sparked online says the major problem Nigeria is facing is the retrogressive culture of the older people. More like they just want us as young people to struggle financially, maybe just be poor. Today on The Breakfast Show, alongside my amazing co-host, we will be answering the question, is Nigeria retrogressive? My name is Faith Imai. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
Very well.
We're good.
Okay, so we are all young people, so I'll describe all of us as members of the younger generation, the future of Nigeria, like we always used to hear. Now tell me, do you think it's impossible to be successful in Nigeria as a young person?
It is not impossible. I know lots of successful young people in Nigeria and they make me excited. One of the precious gifts that the internet has afforded us is an in-depth look into the lives of other people. We see people announce their successes. I mean, I wish more people announce their failures too, so we could know that it's not always rosy. But when you see some success stories, it makes you realize that some things are achievable. The downside of this is that there's some people that are into fraudulent activities. Let's think about Invictus Obi, when he was finally, he was on Forbes. He was the guy to look up to. He had the flashiest suits. He was so young, doing so well. We all wanted to be an Invictus Obi. But there's still people that are successful, that are doing things legally. We have people that founded companies like Buycoins, Flutterways, PVVest. Young people doing magnificent things. So I think it is possible to be successful in Nigeria. The only problem is that it might seem some members of the older generation do not think it is possible. And that is the problem.
So we are going to talk about why they do not think it is possible. But before that, Emstar, do you think it's possible to be successful as a young Nigerian?
Very. Very. I don't buy the mentality of some elderly ones. No disrespect intended. But I don't buy the mentality of them feeling that it's not possible for us to actually live beyond the actual mindset of a whole lot of people. People feel, yes, the country is tight, it's not easy. But even the fact that it's not easy, we still have some people breaking bounds. We still have some people paving ways. We still have some people making things easier for the rest people. Be it in the entertainment industry, be it in whatever sector, it is very, very easy. So come on, man. I believe it's very possible.
I was just trying to add on, a lot of young people are in the entertainment industry and they're doing well. We've actually left the government because the government doesn't have anything for us. They don't have anything.
They have different schemes. We have a body called Serap.
Yeah.
We have the Empire.
How much are they paying?
Serap is not a government organization. There are people that hold the government ransom.
Exactly. So they have been there. They have been there holding the government ransom.
Yeah.
We also have before this administration, we had a body that used to give out loans for people to start businesses. And a lot of people benefited from it.
Like who?
Okay, I'm going to remember that before the end of the show, and I will surely remind you of that. So if you say the government is not doing anything, that's a whole lot.
A lot of people I know are struggling on their own.
Private individuals.
Yes, a lot of people entrepreneurship.
So do you think this struggle
from the entertainment industry? A lot of youth are going into it now because even in the world, Nigeria is among the top in music, in the entertainment industry. Even in Nollywood, filmmaking.
Okay, so are we saying, Madam Aisha, are you saying that it's only entertainment that can actually make you rich in Nigeria as a young person?
It's not only entertainment. That's why I said a lot of people are
I believe she's giving an
into,
example
yes,
of an industry we can look at.
Going into farming,
different things.
They're going into farming. I know a lot of my friends are actually into farming.
Yes.
They are doing
The government will be so proud of them because that's what they
that's what the government is asking us to do. So now let's go back to the older generation. What do you think is the major challenge? Why do they think that it's impossible for young people to actually make money? I just gave a story about the former commander of SARS who said it's difficult to find in Nigeria between 20 to 30 years to drive a car worth 7 million and own that particular car.
It's an unwillingness to learn. Now, during the time of our parents, if you were a member of the lower middle class, or even the middle class and lower, the ladder was simple. You get to a certain age, you move out to your parents' house, you go into a one-room bedroom, you start struggling from there. From there, you rent a 2-bedroom flat. Yeah. From there, if you are really successful, maybe you have already married, you have 2 kids, you can now get the 3-bedroom flat. And then you buy your Volvo. And then from there, there were steps that you had to take.
Yes.
But we have something that they did not have. We have the internet, and it's been fantastic. The world is a global village. I can sit down here in Benin City, and my job is in Los Angeles, California, and I'm working for them. I can sit down here in Benin City, my employers are in Ghana, and I'm working for them fully remote. So they never envisioned that these things will happen, and they're unwilling to learn that it was happening. There was a day, I was in the house, my mom called me with her motherly voice, sat me down, told me about how I can confide in her and everything. At the end of the day, what was the question? Do you do Yahoo? Why? I'm always pressing laptop. Whoa! So as it is now, if you're carrying a laptop device, you're into internet fraud. So are we saying that the people that invented laptops did it because they wanted us to do internet fraud? No, but they're unwilling to learn. They feel like if you're holding a laptop, you're a criminal. That is why if you're carrying a laptop as a young Nigerian on the road, you're terrified because the police can stop you and say, why do you own a laptop? For work. When the NSAS protest began a few days ago, a lot of fintech companies came out. They came out because the employees have been constantly harassed for having laptops on the road, which is what they're using working. So the older generation have refused. I mean, it's not all of them. There are some that are quite progressive.
Yes, of course.
But a good number of them have refused to move with the times. We're not going to force them. Just leave us alone.
Okay, so away from that, now let's come to Nigeria as a whole. Emster, do you think Nigeria is retrogressing?
Yeah.
Tell me, why do you think so?
Now, we are in a country where the actual mindset or the actual plan, the initial plan is always to take a step further, right? But those who actually initiate the plans love taking the step 10 steps backwards. So yes, we have a plan, but we still don't live where we are. We don't go there. We don't actually make things better. We don't actually hit for the change. Yes, there is the change we know we want, but we don't actually go further with the plan to make that change. You mentioned something about government having schemes. Yes, they brought a whole lot of wonderful ideas, and many of those ideas have been sustainable, and many of those ideas have actually been able to yield fruits. We can go a whole lot, we can mention a whole lot of schemes they brought right from 1960 to date. How many of those ideas are actually moving forward? Now, one of those ideas I can say, okay, yes, maybe it actually generated a whole lot of change, is the fact that they introduced the phone, the GSM, which we are so grateful to Olusegun Obasanjo for doing that, but come on, man. Apart from that, what else again can we talk about?
Oh, so it's just the GSM. Since 1999.
Let's be sincere. Let's place the facts where it needs to be placed. What are the actual growths we have seen in the country? We've seen a whole lot of people come with great ideas. We have wonderful thinkers come with great ideas. Even in the political realm, where we know that there has always been a normal circle of the same people. But no problem. Come with great ideas. But how much of those ideas have been able to yield actual fruits? Are those ideas changing?
I'll also comment here. I mean, we love to blame the government. I'm very in support of blaming the government. But sometimes we also need to realize that the government are Nigerians.
Yes, exactly.
They're not from Spain.
Exactly.
They're not from some other continent. And they're mirroring the average Nigerian. Because I remember there was a time where, you know, our former governor went into schools to interview teachers or Shomole. And we had teachers that were teaching people's children that could not read. And people came out and said that he was witch hunting people.
I think that's always the case.
They did something like that in Kaduna. and I think, was it Kaduna or Katsina, and their NUTs there came and revolted.
It happened in the north. It happened in the south.
But these are people's children. You have children. Your children are in private institutions.
Yes.
But you were there. You knew you could not read, neither could you write. You bribed your way into that school. You have over 40 children under your care. Those are 40 lives. Those are 40 generations. Those are 40 families that you have chosen to consciously destroy. Are you more wicked?
I think Nigeria, if we want to talk about it, you know, you said they bribed their way.
They did bribe their way in. Somebody took that money. So I'm saying that, you know, as much as it's cute to say the government is the problem, and I agree, Nigerians as a group, we are the problem.
Yes.
You want to build a factory, you go to a community and say, oh, I want to place my factory here, but I want to create an access road. Let me tar the road from my factory all the way out. The Oba will tell you to pay him 100 million. It has happened repeatedly. People have told stories. You want to shoot a movie. It's a rural movie, so you go to a community, you pay the chiefs, you pay the youths, you pay the owner of the compound you are using, you pay area boys levy for you to shoot
on
a movie.
daily basis.
Yes.
On a daily basis. If you don't pay it, they will disrupt what you're doing there. You wake up and say, I want to do a new business. A new body will come out and tax you. That body did not even exist before you began the business. But since you've begun the business now, they officially want to come and tax you for that business. You can wake up. I can wake up today and say, I am forming the Gobadia Youth Initiative. And I'll start going to every company on this street and make them pay me levy.
And they will pay.
And that is just,
because most times
that's just a regular Tuesday.
Most times Nigerians don't even, we don't really ask for accountability. But anyways, that's on the side. Madam Aisha, do you think Nigeria is retrogressing?
Yes, I think Nigeria is retrogressive. Because from 1960 till now, we don't really have anything to really talk about. Like, is it the education sector? Is it the health sector? Even social amenities? Nigeria cannot even boast of its bad roads. You know, there's a whole lot going on. Like what Joyce just said, it boils down to everybody. We have a whole lot to play. Where are our morals? Where are values? Where are ethics? My friend wants to put her son in school, in a public school, but the public school is good. Before they take the son, the person was even saying, "Hey, madam, you go drop money." Oh.
Yes, now.
You know,
You
want to do. You're going even the civil. Oh my God, civil service. The civil servant wants to collect money, even in school. As a student, the lecturer wants to collect money, but you don't want to talk about the harassment, the harassed female students. You know, there's a whole lot going on.
So we're talking about a whole lot that's going on. Joyce, do you think there's a way out of all of this? Moving forward.
I am proud of the generation I am a part of right now. I am proud of the strength. I'm proud of the motivation. I'm proud of the anger. I'm proud of the energy. We have people that are willing to take part in change. They just need to be placed in the right positions. So I think there is a way out. The way out is to listen to the younger people. Because check out, everything that we have set out to do by ourselves will be successful.
True that.
There's no government involvement in music. Only we they run now. We are doing great. A few months ago, the government said they were going to look for a way to tax the digital space. Why? Because we are thriving there. Everything that we've been able to do by ourselves, they just leave us. Even the fraud, they're not involved now. People are doing great. I mean, I'm not saying don't do fraud. I'm just saying, when young people decide to do a thing,
they tend to be successful.
And you do not involve any government parastatal or anybody that is too old to not see the vision, they do it successfully. Even the protests that have been going on, this is the 7th day now. There has been no leader, no head, no older person. It has been going successfully. They've raised funds, they've disbursed funds. So I think we can change if we allow the young people do young people things.
Fantastic. And so do you think there's a way out of all of this?
Oh yes, there is a way. If they are willing to listen.
Okay.
See, I love laying it bare. I don't like sweet coating things.
Very tall.
The truth is, the government is not listening. And the fact is, let me just use the normal term a whole lot of us use on the streets, they don't send us. because that is the notion, that's the body language they are giving us. 7 days we've been on the EdSARS movement. Have we actually received a sensible discussion about the whole thing? As the president come outside to say, let's talk about it. It's not about addressing, don't beat around the bush. What really did he say?
What did he say?
Did he hit the nail on the head?
He said the IGP is working.
The IGP is not who we're talking to, it's him. He's the one we want to hear, not the IGP. The IGP came out, I think yesterday, SWAT, right? We still don't need that.
So do you think the president of Nigeria does not take Nigerian youth seriously?
I think he doesn't take Nigerian youth serious. In fact, I feel he doesn't take Nigerians serious. That's
But
the
they're
fact.
doing something about this SARS protests. So it's a way.
You're part of this older generation.
They've dissolved SARS.
No,
The hardship in Nigeria.
Aisha, I saw so many people after the SARS, after the first proclamations that routine stop and search should end, routine stop and search continued.
Exactly.
After the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, came and announced that SARS has been disbanded, SARS officers were on the road.
Still on the road.
No, there were some places that they were disbanded. Somebody made a mention of his community,
Okay,
and there was a
up to
SARS
now,
office
they're
close
still
to
on
his
the road.
house. But after the announcement that SARS office closed and they moved to another police station and they've repainted the wall and it doesn't say FSARS anymore.
That's one out of.
So the question is this, is he not in control of everybody? Because I don't get how the person at the pinnacle can give a proclamation,
A directive, an order.
and the ones below are not doing it. So is it that they tell them to move on with their lives after the announcement, or they're just not listening to him? So I don't want us to focus on that because I'm confused as to why that is happening. So I don't want to focus on the protests. I don't want to focus on FSARS because I'm sure that until the final decision is made, there are no proclamations that we can make for certain. So I would move away from it. But I strongly believe that if we allow young people do young people things, it's going to work because we have the tools. We know all these things. Yesterday, while the protests were going on and one of the donation account links wasn't working anymore, they found a Bitcoin link and they were funding the Bitcoin link and they moved on. We know these things. We have information. We have knowledge. Knowledge is power. And most importantly, we have the numbers.
Yes.
The bulk of Nigerians are very young. The median age of the protesters outside are not more than 25.
Yes.
We had young people, 20, 21 years old. They were making immense sense. We have the knowledge. We have the numbers. We have the power. Let us into Asurok.
So,
Joyce, I agree with
yes,
you.
okay, I was about asking if Aisha agrees.
Yes, I agree with Joyce because up till now there've not been any realistic, practical recipe to corruption and all the problems we have in Nigeria. What happened to the EFCC boss? Somebody that is supposed to be head of corruption
It was
is corrupted.
It was being investigated.
Yeah, it's right.
But
now.
some people
It's
see it. Some people see it as a step in the right direction. That no matter who you are, we can
I
bring you
love
to
this,
justice.
but my aim is that if you're corrupt, how are you finding corrupt people?
How are you going to fight corrupt people? So that's what I'm saying. What Joyce is saying now, I strongly stand with you because looking at it from the government aspect, all of them they are corrupt. So no matter the bodies that they bring, it will work.
And
Because
also,
it's not
to young
working.
people, I want us to know that, every young person is not good.
Yes.
Because even
So
the
that's
fraud that we're doing is
yes.
young people that are doing the fraud.
Exactly.
That's
Even
why.
though we're not the most fraudulent people in the world, there are countries that are more fraudulent than we are. Way
Yes.
more.
Yeah.
Carry on for a little shit, no problem. We should also be able to kick out the bad eggs in our start from SUG president, start from your faculty, head of faculty department. I take by that motorway they drive for your student dues, Let us start with
Exactly.
them out. Because now that SUG president will be local government chairman, now
Yes.
yes.
So change begins
Let us
with
start
you
from there.
and me.
So I think I like what I saw during all of these protests when a lot of young men came out to protest. Then I saw someone write, "Hey, Yahoo boys, this protest is not for you. We are not doing this to defend you. When we are done with SARS, we are going to face all of you." And I was like, I think I like the energy young people are bringing out these days, and it's something I really, really honestly commend. Now, big shouts to all the young people out there peacefully protesting. We can see you. We appreciate what you're doing. Finally, Nigerian youths are actually not lazy. Okay, and we have actually proven that to the Nigerian government. Like Joyce said, it's not just about the government, it's about you, it's about me. And I want to remind us as Nigerians that oil palm was discovered by Malaysia in Nigeria. Today, Malaysia is the second leading producer of oil palm. Although Indonesia is actually topping that list, I do not know where Nigeria is on the list. We have natural resources. Let's make use of it. If we are coming back to have this conversation, talking about if Nigeria is retrogressive, let us say no. We have made a lot of progress, and it will be as a result of all the voices that were lended during this period. Thank you so much. It's as much as we can take on the TSL Breakfast Show today. My name is Faith Imai. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at TSL Nigeria TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at TSL Nigeria TV. We'll see you another time. Have a splendid day ahead.
Stay connected to TSL Nigeria and get updates on the go all day, every day. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on TSL Nigeria Space TV and join our online family.